Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and those who don't know what the hell you are yet. Hopalong PR here. We are back playing Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. All right, I just had to see, because we just got done talking with the maid. I want to see if I can enter the throne room. Or maybe this is where I need to go for... No. just take a seat. No one will be none the wiser. Have you guys ever had that opportunity to, be in a position where... A, you know you're not supposed to, but B, just being in that place makes you ooh. I can't think of any better way to describe it other than that. Hey, you guys, talk about being late. Party's about to start, you know. Yeah, we know. Sorry, we got caught up in sightseeing and we lost track of time. Plus, we also talked to all the mayors. Huh, well, aren't you well connected? We're close friends with the mayor of Roland. Plus, we met the other mayors in the course of our travels. Ah, I see. So your work as bracers caused you to meet quite a few big shots. You should get around for junior bracers. You might say that. Have you done any bracers since we came to Grand Soul? Guess it's not all that different in the other countries, right? Right. For fully fledged bracer, nationality is an issue when it comes to your work. The prelim fights and legal procedures at the embassy kept me busy to get any actual work done, though. But hey, there are 4 other bracers on duty, which isn't too bad. Normally, there'd be enough time to handle most cases, I'd imagine. But with all of them concentrated in Grand Soul, it must make it tough to handle the cases in other regions. Yeah, it could be. I feel like a goose just walked over my grave. I wonder what's going on with Shara back in Roland. Now that name rings a bell. You wouldn't be talking about Scheherazade, would you? You know her? She's our mentor and a close friend for ages. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I met her a long time ago when a case brought her to Calvard. She was fortunate to have a good master working with her from such a young age. Her master? Yeah, probably Dad. Please pardon me. The table is set and the dinner party is ready. May I show you the way? Sure, I was getting bored with waiting anyhow. All right, want to go eat fancy? Sure, that fight left me starving. Let's go dig in. Come on, you two. It'd be nice if you two didn't completely forget your table manners for once. Hey, you have not seen Zane eat, so you don't know how he eats. This is a dinner party, right? All the empty plates. Plenty of knives and forks, though. It's because it's a formal dinner. Everything comes out of specific order, starting with the hors d'oeuvres. Then uses the knives and forks from the outside in. And that's all part of having good table manners. And here comes the anxiety attack. It's really not so bad. It does mean that you have to get used to some of the finest food available. Manners and etiquette are secondary. Indeed, indeed. I'm told that you're acquainted with everyone who will be attending. No need to get stressed out. Ah, yeah, I guess that's true. Please don't encourage her. On that note, is the gentleman company going to be okay with a knife and fork? I'm told that folks from the East usually eat with chopsticks. You've done your research. However, I'm a firm believer of when in liberal, do as libertarians do policy. I'm not especially skilled with them, but I will use a knife and fork. My, how eloquently handled. I'm impressed. You're such a gentleman and you're a martial arts champion. You flatter me. Boy, he really is a sucker for a pretty face. I think he's being polite more than a lech, though. Anyway, His Excellency is really late. Wonder what he's up to. Indeed. So if the seat at the head of the table is for the Duke, then who might the other one be for? Indeed. Perhaps intended for Princess Claudia. Your attention, ladies and gentlemen. My humblest apologies for the long delay. Philip! Presenting His Excellency, the Duke. Probably slept in or some shit. Well then, I must apologize for making you wait so. Afraid I was in a meeting from which I simply could not break away from. This gentleman is Colonel Dick, Commanding Officer of the Royal Intelligence Division. I've invited him to thank him for his tireless efforts in helping deal with the terrorist situation. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I was quite gratified to be invited to this occasion by our Honorable Duke. As you part of my uncouth soldier's uniform, allow me to sit with you. Right next to the bracers. Gotta be kidding. We're having dinner with him. Suspected this might happen, but it's still unnerving. Yeah, having dinner with Dick. What's so bad about that? My God, I better remember to make that the title of the episode. Excellent, excellent. What say you, Mayor Mabel? What do you think of Grensel Castle's master chef? Is the cooking on par with those found at Beau's Anti-Rose restaurant? Yeah, it's quite remarkable. The wine selection is perfectly complements the meal. I almost want to try hiring him away. You are not the first to say such things. And what of you, Zane? Wasn't it... Is it the food to your liking? Oh, it's excellent. I don't have the word to describe the sense of refinement and depth. I certainly believe that I could develop a real taste for Liberian cuisine, though. Good, good. Glad to hear it. And you young bracers? I bet you've never experienced some fine food in your life. It's extremely delicious. Far more worthy of being associated with the royal family than the person who invited us. Indeed, it is a genuine treat, It certainly is delicious food, and we couldn't miss a chance to attend such a prestigious event like this. Thank you very much for your gracious invitation. Very kind of you to say so. I finally remember what my butler has been telling me about. We met before during the ruin incident. Perhaps our fates are linked in some bizarre fashion. Yes, sir, maybe so. So he'd forgotten all about us until his butler reminded him. Come, let us put social classes ranks aside for the evening. Food is abundant and the wine flows freely, so enjoy it to your heart's content. Your Excellency. If we could, I'd like to do as we discussed first. Oh, that's a fine idea. So I have something important to say for the fine folks who represent the kingdom. I use the celebration as to make an important announcement. An announcement? Why might that be? I believe I'll let Colonel Dick explain in detail. Thank you. As you are, no doubt, already aware, Her Majesty has been in poor health of late. However, she's been recovering and may grace us with a public appearance soon. That's excellent news. Could possibly go and check in on her? Unfortunately, she does not consider that to be a wise decision at the moment. Within a few days, it seems likely that the terrorists plaguing the kingdom will be swept away. In light of that, the Queen's birthday celebrations will be held as originally planned. Well, the citizens will soon be happy to hear that news, so they're looking forward to it. But certainly, that is not all you wish to tell us. Right, if that were, you could just send along a message. You are correct. Her Majesty is continuing to recover, as previously stated, however. Given the gravity of conditions, she's also issued a proclamation. Due to her tenuous health, she stated that she wishes to abdicate the throne and turn over royal authority to her nephew, Duke Dunnan. What? Is that true? Joshua, this is... Yeah. Conspiracy finally makes its appearance. It's only natural. She's ruled the kingdom for 40 years, leading it through times of strife and war, all without a husband, I might add. Given that, I wish to leave her of her stress and duties. And as the heir to the throne, the decisions are mine to make. How terrible. Is Her Majesty's condition that severe? Shame I've never noticed any signs of any unusual visits. Yeah, pardon my rudeness, but this is all seems stretched too crudely. Mayor Mabel, are you saying that you cannot take His Excellency at his word? Nothing of the sort. Simply mean that, as an elected official, I don't understand why the successor to the throne can't be elected in the same fashion. Yeah. Your unease is quite understandable, but we do ask you to maintain your composure and allow us to continue. As mentioned earlier, I believe Her Majesty will give a formal announcement during the festival. This issue is basically this. Once it becomes common knowledge, we cannot know how citizens will react. So we're telling leaders first to save off any chaos and disorder before it happens. Well, this is true. Also, the Queen's abdication of the throne will have international repercussions. The other nations of the continent will have their eyes on us. We must be watchful of any actions of the part of the Robians. Surely you can see why it's necessary to show unified support for the new king. You sound also rational. Yeah, he's quite the master manipulator. In other words, the official decree will be given during the birthday celebrations. But you thought it would be best to inform us so we can prepare any issues that may arise, correct? Glad to see we have an understanding. All comes to pass, we're going to find ourselves quite busy. We'll have to announce it to the citizens. I have a question. Oh, fuck. It's true that she and His Excellency have equal claim to the throne. It will appear that Her Majesty did not choose her. I must say, I agree with her wisdom in this matter. I would hardly impose such responsibility upon a girl so young. Yeah, no. Calling bullshit on you, dick. Yes, absolutely. For the time being, I believe it would be best for Claudia to find a marriage prospect. Though it's strictly informal, there is already interest in the royal families of a number of nations. Perhaps a royal wedding could take place soon this year. Oh my. I understand. If that happens, we'll have 2 major events to celebrate. Also, I think she's a bit young for marriage. Excuse me, may I ask a question? Zane? Don't mind, speak freely. Sorry to be in the room, but this doesn't sound like the kind of conversation you'd want outsiders hearing. Particularly a foreigner. How come you're making the announcement now? This is solely because of the serendipitous turn of events that allowed the Bracers to win the champions. We had wanted to inform Guild of this advance as well. We've already discussed the idea with Her Majesty. Gotcha. Guess Liberal's military embracers are just that good at terms, as the stories say. It's because we lack the military strength of the Empire or the Republic. The harsh reality of keeping in close relations with each other is a must. In any event, do you understand our intentions? Yeah, alright. Pass on what you learned to the Guild then. Yeah, no. Still calling bullshit. Man, I've heard some pretty unbelievable conversations in my time, but that was something else. I mean, I'm a foreigner after all. It's not that big of a deal for me, but I bet that it was huge news for you guys. Of course it was. Can't believe things have gone this far already. Huh? Never mind. Really a shame. Food was so amazing, it was practically melted in the mouth. Couldn't tell what the last flavor was, though. Understandable enough. But anyway, did you want to go for a walk to work off some of the rich food, Estelle? Huh? Oh yeah, sure. Pick go for a little bit of fresh air. You just played tourists a little bit ago. Now you want to go for an after-dinner walk? I sure don't get it. Must be a local thing. I think you're exaggerating a bit. You haven't gone out to take in the sights. There are a lot of historic architecture around here, you know. If the mood hits me, I may give it a shot. On the other hand, the kitchen may still have some food left over. You gotta be kidding. You're still hungry? If you had a blade to my throat, my dying wish would be for some liquor and a snack. I might go hunt up a bar or something in a bit. Okay, dude, you do that. I actually already went to the bar. They don't have shit. Things have gotten serious. We really have to find a way to get to see Her Majesty. First things first, we gotta talk to the maid Hilda, as promised. She probably knows a way for us to speak directly to the Queen. Fine by me. And it will require us wearing maid outfits. Oh, it's you, huh? Hey, Dick! Estelle and Dasho, this is our first opportunity to speak face to face, I believe. Last time we saw one another was right after Mayor Delmore was arrested, wasn't it? I'm honestly surprised that you remember us. I realized that we exchanged few words, but you made quite the impression. My curiosity was piqued, so I did a little bit of checking up on you. I was quite surprised that you were the children of Cassius Brian. How'd you find that out? Please understand, I'm not trying to show off the intelligence division's capabilities. I am greatly indebted to him for our time together in the army. Indeed, more than words can properly express. Might I persuade you to stay for a while and talk? I've been hoping to speak with you two for quite some time. Please pardon me, Colonel, but don't we have a meeting with His Excellency? I don't mind being late. If we're going to talk, why don't we use the lounge instead? Make sure you have a couple of virgin cocktails. I'll prepare them, sir. No, that won't be necessary. Why don't you go to His Excellency and inform him I'll be delayed. Pardon me, then. Let's just kill him now. Let's just kill him. Now then, shall we retire to the lounge? Please follow me. Joshua, what should we do? I don't see where we have much choice but to follow him. We'll be a little late, but we can talk to the head maid later. Unless... that's exactly what he wants. I met Cassius shortly after I graduated from the military academy. I was assigned to a mobile unit that was under his command. Since that time, I found myself in his debt again and again, both personally and professionally. And what do you think of him at that time? To put it simply, he was a hero. And a master swordman to boot. No matter the scenario, he could find a way to handle any number of battle fronts in any direction. It wasn't even a matter of sheer tactics. He understood and could direct high-level strategy as well. Quite simply, he was a man without peer. If I didn't know better, I'd say we were talking about two different people. So you were fired during 100 Days War. Yes, he was my CO. Even now, I still vividly remember the excitement that filled me as we executed his plan that turned the tides war. Anytime I get to talking about those days, time just runs away with me. But this much I can tell you. If Cassius Bright had not been part of the Royal Army, Liberal would now be a part of the Robian Empire. No way. It's kind of hard to believe. As a hero, he had a knack for doing unbelievable things. He left the army immediately after the war, declining even a medal from the Queen, so few know of his achievements. But inside the army, many soldiers hold him to be a prime example of what a hero should be. He never said one word about any of this to me. Well, he's not the kind of thing you tell your daughter about. It's not fair to criticize him for that. Hey, whose side are you on? Besides, why doesn't any of this shock you like it shocks me? Did you already know about this or something? Well, I didn't know he was Colonel Dick's superior officer. The rest I knew about. Vaguely. Vaguely? You're an accomplice? Hey, calm down. It's not like he told me any of it. I just figured a lot out. He told me he didn't feel like it was something worth going on to tell others about. I don't get it. When he comes back, he is so in trouble. Please excuse us. We didn't mean to interrupt. Noticing to you like this is actually a bit of relief. When I found out your father was intending to leave the military, I desperately tried to stop him. But it seems that by leaving, he did what was best for him after all. After losing his dear wife, maybe being with you was all that he could do to help him recover. Colonel Dick. Now then, I thank you for taking the time. I really can't keep the Duke waiting, so I'm afraid you'll have to excuse me. Oh, right. Apologies for making you so late. Not at all. You two both have told me the one thing I want to know most, and thus I have no regrets. How's that? Sure, we'll have a chance to speak again soon. Cassius might be with us then to share the stories. What did they... That he's not here, and that we have no idea where he's at. So whatever he's doing can go on. Gotcha. Okay, who was that man and what had he done with Colonel Dick? What are you blabbling about now? It's just that it's weird to hear him talk about Dad that way. I was expecting him to be, well, nice. Dude didn't seem villainous anyway. So it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that he's got something up his sleeve. For now, probably put the issue of Dad aside. Yeah, I guess you're right. I hate to say it, but I think that he might have been playing nice so he could get something out of it. He's an intelligence officer, so he probably thinks fooling a couple of kids as easy as could be. Don't you think it's going a bit far? You might be right, but let me be the one who's mistrustful of others. You should just follow your instincts and believe whatever you think is right. Huh? Just make sure you're prepared for anything. Don't let your guard down. I'd say Bracer's job is pretty much that, in fact. Got it. Keep that in mind. Thank you, Estelle. Thank you. What the heck are you thanking me for? Anyway, we need to get back and see Hilda. She's probably sick of waiting for us. Yeah, probably in the maid quarters. Yeah, probably. Unless, you know, she was mysteriously kidnapped. Or not there anymore. I think it was down here. There you are. Oh, there you are. I've been waiting for you two. You're awfully late, aren't you? Sorry about that. Kinda got caught by Colonel Dick. Did you know? We had some things to tell him about our dad. I don't think he has anything what we're up to. I see. In the letter of introduction did mention that you were Master Cassius's children. I understand at least of how Colonel Richard feels. Colonel Dick, my bad. Oh, you know our dad too? He used to come here when he worked for General Morgan's aide de camp. I'm told that he was a school friend of the late Prince's, His Majesty's son. Late Prince? Prince Claudia's father. Yes, he was killed 15 years ago in a tragic shipwreck. If he were still alive today, none of this would be happening. But lamenting what might have been is a fool's errand. Evening is fast approaching. We must make our preparations at once. Come in, Shia. Oh, hey, aren't you Shia, right? Yes, thank you for remembering. You look well, Estelle and Joshua. Been told of your current predicament. You won't find a more dependable child. She's great to help to us whenever the princess is in the castle. Princess Claudia. Shouldn't pose a problem. Thank you. If you're ready, we'd like to change you into your uniforms. The ribbons and the headpiece are tricky, so I'll adjust them for you. What do you mean? Estelle's going to need to dress as one of the maids in order to get into the royal keep. A little playing with the hair and you'll blend right in. Oh, I get it. Uniforms don't allow for much in the way of personalization. Should be ideal for sneaking in. Huh. Me in a maid's outfit. Been wanting to try one since we first met Lila. Cute, breezy, and easy to move in. All of our uniforms weren't easy to move in and make cleaning much more difficult. Thought so. Let's get the sucker on me. Why so excited? I'm glad you're in high spirits, but you need to remember manners in front of the queen. You won't have me to lean on this time. Why not? You're changing too, aren't you? Pardon? I mean, he did play the princess during the play at the campus festival. Is really that much difference between the fancy dress and a maid outfit? That's different. It was a play. I can't be fear of horror matches in women's clothes. Well, you'll be fine. It's not all shameful or anything. Besides, you made such a gorgeous princess. Not this again. Cut the jokes, will you? Hilda? Shea? Help me. Say something. Anyone? I see. That shouldn't pose a problem. Shea, do you have that extra hairpiece I designed for the princess? Yes, it's never been used though. He has that full dark hair, so it'll probably look good on him. Hold on a second. Looks like it's 3-1 vote. Majority rules. This way, please. We can use this changing room. Wait a minute. I don't remember agreeing to this changing. All right. I have to change. I can do it myself. Shay, you're not planning on using makeup too, are you? Kids these days. And number 3. Ta-da! What do you think? It suits her very well. She's a bright, attractive maid in training, and only after coming to the castle too. You certainly have me convinced. With the hair down like that, no one will be none the wiser. Perhaps you'd like to work at Granslow Castle for real when it's all settled. Well, we already work as Bracer, so anyway. Come on, Joshua. Get out here. Not a chance I can talk you out of this. None at all. Just making this take longer. Fine. You're impossible sometimes. And now it's Maid Joshua. Sparkling and all. Wow. It's almost frightening how good that looks. Isn't it awesome? Looks better on him than it does me. And I'm an actual girl. Bit of makeup can make a world of difference. Please, just say you're done. Well, I suppose. I'll show you the way to the royal keep. You need to make certain that you watch me and learn how a maid handles herself. Yes, ma'am. We're finally going to meet the queen in person? Yes, this is the do or die moment. Stay focused and get to the royal keep. Gotta hire to take you seriously in that outfit. Well, excuse me. So it's your idea. Can't believe you've got the nerve to pick on. Sorry. Don't get all mad. I'll treat you to ice cream later, okay? Not like you. I'm not obsessed with food. I'm not obsessed with food. They get along so well, don't they? We're out of time. Let's go to the royal keep. Oh, wow. For the first time, I'm not controlling one of the actual characters. That's cool. At least I find it cool. Also, just the shaking, the little shaky shakes of the characters. Okay, I'm done. Apologize, you can blah blah. Don't care. Let the Dick and Duke do whatever they need to in there. Allow us some time to do what we need to. Hey guys. Hilda, what business do you have to Majesty at this hour? Bringing some tea and spoons at request. Current situation means that Her Majesty is denied the right to go about even her daily life as she wishes after all. Such harsh words. Who are these maids with you? I don't recognize them. His Excellency ordered me to hire some additional staff to help. They've only just arrived at the castle today. Really now? Hey, you're pretty cute. Thank you. Huh? Why did I get a feeling we met before? Do you stare so hard at every young lady you see? I do hope you're not thinking of any untoward thoughts. I'd rather think His Excellency and the Colonel will disapprove. It's not like that. We're the elite of the army. We wouldn't do that. All's well then. Oh, you was to pass? Pardon us, ladies. Go on ahead. Yes, we ladies have important things to do. That was intense. Thanks, Hilda. You're a real lifesaver. That was really well done. Just glad I could help. Now then, are you planning to change clothes before going to see Her Majesty? If you prefer, I can just show you the way now. I'm okay as is. Boy clothes. Now. Oh, for the love of... Why are you always so self-conscious? What's wrong with what you had on? It's not an issue of self-consciousness. By the way, Hilda, is this the room what I think it is? Yes, it's Princess Claudia's bedroom. But she rarely sleeps in the castle. The room's all but unused. Oh, no kidding? I heard the princess was tending to the queen. I guess that's just gossip then. You have to ask Her Majesty for the full details. Her room's on the second floor of the royal keep. I'll take you there. Oh, I'll take you there. Not before I, look everywhere at everything, though. Again, grab everything. Oh, I was about to say, am I stuck? That has to cost a lot. So you can make a quick buck. Or a quick mirror. I'm guessing it wants me to go in here. Who am I to deny fate? I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. Brought the two I spoke of before. This is Estelle and Joshua. Thank you kindly. By all means, enter. As you wish. I'll wait for you here. You two gone in. Right. Pardon us. So the queen probably knows everything that's going on. She just can't do anything about it.
I bid you welcome. My name is Alicia von Elise. I am the 26th monarch of the nation of Liberal. I'm Estelle Bright.
I'm a junior bracer of the Bracers Guild. I'm Joshua Bright of the same affiliation. It's a great honor to meet you, Your Majesty.
Estelle and Joshua, I've been truly looking forward to meeting you both. I regret that I cannot offer you proper hospitality, but I have prepared some tea. Please have some and relax.
Oh, this is cool.
I see. So Professor Russell asked you to bring me this information. A pitch-black orb capable of negating all other orbital energies. You say the Colonel has acquired it?
The professor told us you might have some idea of what he intends to do with it, Your Majesty. Can you tell us anything?
I have a vague idea, but I did not think even the Colonel knew of it. Perhaps I'm worrying about nothing, but even so.
Excuse me, do you have any idea what the vague ideas?
Suppose there's no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, a massive orbital reaction detected beneath Gransel. Professor Russell was the individual who came to investigate.
Does this happen in the vicinity of the sewers?
No, far deeper underground than that. Professor Russell was under the impression that it might be a relic of the ancients still functioned.
Wow. So it's a bona fide artifact then. Most artifacts I know have lost their function, like the mechanisms top of the towers. But every now and again you find one that still functions, like Belmore's family heirloom. Something like that beneath Gransel. So what does it tell about the gospel? Maybe we could use to halt the artifact's functions. Could it do that?
Yes. However, we are unable to establish the nature of the artifact, or indeed why it was buried beneath the city. But it is beyond my imaginings how the Colonel could know of its existence. Professor Russell's research was kept strictly confidential and off the record.
I see. In any event, it seems likely that trouble is on the way. Honestly, just as I start to think maybe the Colonel might be slightly nicer to the guy than we give him credit for. But when someone's trying to stir up some trouble, that's when bracers come in. We won't let him get away with whatever evil schemes he's trying to pull.
Expect no less from Cassius's daughter. You're acquainted with her father, Your Majesty? He was a friend of my late son's and a great savior to the nation. Even after he retired from the army, he would sometimes undertake requests for me.
Really? I didn't know that.
I imagine there are a great many things you don't know, including the precise role he played in the war 10 years ago. Assume you've not been told?
Well, nothing super detailed.
Then perhaps it is the role that I am meant to play. Estelle, Joshua, will you indulge me by listening to an old story?
Oh yes, absolutely.
It's no indulgence, Your Majesty. 10 years ago, in the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southern reaches of the Arabian Empire. Its cause is yet unknown, so it is something I must omit. The Empire used as pretext for invasion of Liberal. So began the sad times that would come to know as the 100 Days War. Just as the Empire made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached Haken Gate. What seemed like scant movements, all Liberal became occupied territory save for Gransel. They say the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire Royal Army. The enforcements from Keller too late. It was a matter of time before Gransel too would fall. But 2 months after the outbreak of the hostilities, the war changed in a way that no one could have imagined. Patrol airships had been deployed and were used to recapture Liberals' checkpoints, severing the Imperial Army's communications. The Royal Army set about recapturing the major regions one by one using ships launched from the Lessons Air Force. Zeiss, Rouen, Beauce, Roland. With their supply line severed, the Arabian forces occupying each region were swiftly crushed.
Cassius!
And the one behind this plan of counter-offensive was none other than one Colonel Cassius Bright. It was your father who was General Morgan's right-hand man at the time, and as well as Colonel Richard's superior officer. Afterwards, the interconnection of the Bracers Guild and Seppian Church, the war was brought to an end. It was at this time that Cassius lost what he treasured most of all in the world. His wife, Lena, your mother, Estelle. The clock tower destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempts to hold back the counteroffensive. What followed, I am sure you know. Cassius was not even able to be by his wife's side in her final moments. No, I had no idea. And it was believed that the military operation that he himself had planned effectively caused her death. Blaming himself, he left the military and took upon the path of a bracer. All to stay with the one he had left. You. And this time he swore he would be able to protect those he loved. Dad, that idiot. It wasn't his fault Mom died. How could he even think that? Estelle. Yes, you are correct. Given that all he lost in service to the country, the responsibility falls upon me. And so I am sorry, Estelle, I failed to protect your mother. I have wished to apologize for you for some time. You don't need to apologize. You protected the peace of the country ever since the war ended. The peace that Dad and the other soldiers who defended Liberal so hard to protect. And the peace that Mom gave her life for and I could live in. You have nothing to be sorry for. Estelle, you have a kind heart. I'm so grateful. It gladdens my heart to have finally met you in person. Now more than ever, Your Majesty. However, that is why I do not wish you to put yourself in danger. I would like for you to remove yourself from any dealings in this matter. But Julie, Lieutenant Schwartz asked us to help you. I thank you. I am grateful for your willingness to do so. But if some tragedy were to fall in Cassius's absence, I know of no apology that could ever suffice. I only ask you to go back to your home in Roland and wait for your father to return. But, if I may, Your Majesty, the peace that Dad restored and that you protect, though it was held firm, now trembles in the leaf of the breeze. Joshua, if it is the Colonel who is able to use the gospel for whatever purpose he intends, and if he succeeds in making the Duke the new King of Liberal, then what will become of that peace? I only ask that you consider that. Your Majesty? Right when we became junior braces, we inherited a whole lot from Dad. After the Sky Bandit incident, we got the letter and the packers, and we've been running around creation ever since. Feels like our dad's been nudging us in the back this whole time. That's why I want to defend peace, so that everyone we've met and everyone we care about can go on living secure and happy lives, just like you, just like Mom and Dad. It's because of that I believe it, and I want to see it through. Estelle, seems she was right about you. I too am ready. I would like for the two of you to carry my request to the Bracer Guild. Your Majesty, my liege, we will do whatever you ask. My request for the Bracer Guild to rescue those being held captive by the Intelligence Division. Amongst them is my granddaughter, Claudia. The princess is being held captive somewhere. Yes. This coup d'etat started when I backed her as the successor to the throne. In other words, Duke Dunnan was out of the running. Yes, though he's my nephew, he possessed a considerable number of character flaws. In brief, where he is lacking, my granddaughter shines. For the sake of this nation's future, I would have had my granddaughter suited me. Well, I don't actually know her. I personally lead towards the idea that your judgment should really be trusted here. No matter the era, there will always be those who object strongly to a woman wielding political power. Not to mention the memory of the invasion by a larger, still relatively fresh. Some of them perceive a succession of 2 consecutive queens to be a sign of weakness. It's hardly surprising that such a nation has taken root in the minds of some. Some, including Colonel Richard, I presume. Quite right. Claudia's pending succession to the throne caught him quite unawares. That, along with the passing of the aforementioned to the Duke, is what led to the coup. This is all staged by Liberal could become a strong military power, with the Colonel ruling from the shadows. I see. That finally lets us see the whole picture. So if Liberal became a militarized country, what would happen then? A great many things. Taxes would be levied to fill the war chest. Orbital weaponry would be developed with the express interest of causing havoc on a massive scale. Wide-ranging policy of conscription would be adopted. And no doubt contracting Jaeger Corps would be made legal, which is not the case at the present. Oh no, indeed, the Colonel has made very adamant requests that I enact some policies. I saw that such proposal born out of genuine love for the country, but I never agreed that they were the right course of action to take. The Royal Army is all that protects this land. We have worked so hard to maintain treaties with other countries. Defending a nation goes hand in hand with free cultural exchange and trade all of other nations to benefit from it. I feel the same way, Your Majesty. Yeah, it makes perfect sense to me. The Colonel, however, finds such notions to be womanly and foolish and idealistic, so he demanded I abdicate the throne in exchange for Claudia's safe return. Many people have had family members taken to ensure they would not dare oppose the Colonel. But I am the Queen, and I will not allow that I love to be country destroyed because of blood ties. Still, she is my only granddaughter. I cannot allow her to die. Majesty, please try to relax. We hear and comply with your request. We will see to it that the princess is rescued from those who have her imprisoned. Thank you, both of you. With that reassurance, I'll do all I can to oppose the Colonel's demands. Have you any other requests, Majesty? Gospel is still to be dealt with, and I don't think we should just leave you here. I appreciate your sentiment, Estelle, but the present state of affairs is not contingent upon my freedom or imprisonment. Gospel shall continue to weigh heavily on my mind for a great many reasons. For my part, I will attempt to ascertain the Colonel's true intentions with it. Thanks, Queenie. Oh, what a totally awesome person. Super nice, but with a seriously strong will. I hope I'm even 1/10 of cool when I get old. Cool? Did you actually call the Queen that? Still, she definitely has what it takes to govern a whole country. Yeah. I want to stop this coup thingy and help her. It's really outside Bracer jurisdiction. First things first, we do whatever we can. Right. You know, still freaking about the Queen told us about, Dad. Wonder if she got any more tidbits that she'd be willing to share. Probably. Estelle, Joshua, have you finished changing? Oh, yeah. Then we should return to the waiting room at once. It's already after 11 o'clock. Actually, it's almost midnight. Whoa, is it really that late? Queen spoke to us for a long time. If we stay any longer, it's apt to make guards suspicious. Okay, I'm going to end this episode here. A lot of plot happened, so thank you guys for watching the episode, and I'll see you